Welcome to PGTV News. Here are our top stories. NOAA gets additional funding from Congress. Find out how much and how the funds will be used.
A Florida Polytechnic student is aiming for the stars. Find out about a unique opportunity she's been given.
Hello and welcome to PGTV News. I'm Stephen Barnes.
And I'm Lauren Lingell. Thank you for tuning in. Our report begins in Lakeland, where the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration has been granted additional funds by Congress. These funds are part of the recent spending bill passed by Congress and signed by President Trump. The funds will be used to purchase a reliable backup plane for the Hurricane Hunter fleet. Senators Marco Rubio and Bill Nelson have asked for a replacement aircraft after mechanical issues affected the fleet. In addition, the bill will provide $100 million for the research and development of automated vehicles. Florida Polytechnic University will have an opportunity to benefit from the program because of its partnership with the SunTrax facility.
And speaking of money that's being handed out, $15 million in additional funds have been allocated for the extension of Polk Parkway to US 17. The new road would run from the Winter Lake Road exit to US 17. Officials hope construction on the new road will begin as early as 2024. That's still a little ways off.
Are we handing out money still?
The project is expected to cost $195 million.
In Winter Haven, Legoland's The Great Lego Race is adding virtual reality. The development of the virtual reality element has been going on for 2.5 years. Riders will now wear oversized goggles, giving them a 360-degree view in 3D. To ride the virtual reality experience, you must be at least 6 years old and 48 inches tall. Sorry, Steve. Keith Carr, a Legoland representative, stated that there are other parks with virtual reality rides, but Legoland is the first park to apply the technology to children's rides.
Listen, just because I act like a child does not mean I am sized like a child. Also in Winter Haven, the City Commission voted and approved a $2.6 million joint project between the Florida Department of Transportation and the Federal Aviation Administration. The purpose of the project is to upgrade and resurface Winter Haven Municipal Airport's runway 11-29. The Commission also voted and approved the consent agenda, which included a request for proposal for the sale of the old Social Security building. The city purchased the building in 2006 for $1.1 million.
In Polk City, construction on a new Best Buy distribution warehouse is underway. Mayor Joe LaCasia said it is the biggest commercial development in Polk City in his 8 years living in the city. The distribution center is expected to create 130 new jobs and bring in around $200,000 a year in property tax revenue.
Also in Polk City, drivers can expect Fussell Road to close for about 2 weeks, starting on Monday, April 2nd. The road closure will be at Fussell Road and State Road 33. The county will begin a drainage project to upgrade a pair of storm drains. Traffic will be detoured along Dean Still Road and Old Grade Road to bypass the work zone. All motorists are encouraged to drive with caution, follow traffic signs, and to add extra time to their trips.
I'd definitely be late if that were.
Road construction. It's a good thing.
It's a good thing. Polk County would like to discourage you from open burning during dry and windy weather. Polk County Fire Rescue has seen an increase in fire calls pertaining to outdoor fires. Large burn piles greater than 8 feet in diameter require authorization from the Florida Forest Service. Yard waste fires must fit in an 8-foot diameter pile or be burned in a non-combustible container. Polk County Fire Rescue urges you to use caution while burning and to keep fire suppression equipment on hand and monitor your burn pile.
I don't think that's the biggest thing, is to make sure that you're being safe. It's a great time of year to be outside, especially in the evenings, and have your little fire pit going or whatever. Just make sure you have a hose nearby or some water to
Absolutely, it can get out of control pretty quick.
Yep.
Yeah.
The trick is not to look at the fire, but to look around the fire, because that's where the embers are going. And if you're looking at the fire, it's too bright, you can't see what's going on around you.
That's good advice.
Yeah. The Southwest Florida Water Management District has scheduled repairs to the culvert at the district's P3 water conservation structure. Repair work is scheduled to begin the first week of April and will be completed before the rainy season, which typically begins June 1st. During that time, the city of Auburndale must cap a water line running through this project. During Hurricane Irma, the culvert began to show signs of rusting and started to collapse. Once that work is completed, district staff will dig out the old culvert, remove it, install a new culvert, and remove the temporary dam.
It's time for this week's health tip. We've got Jenna Levine with that information.
Hi, my name is Jenna Levine, and I'm a Community Health Improvement Planner with the Florida Department of Health in Polk County. I'm here today to talk to you about the 5210 Healthy Habits campaign. Have you ever heard of 5210? The 5210 Healthy Habits campaign is the health department's recommendation for a healthier, more active lifestyle. This method is designed to encourage children and families to adopt a healthier lifestyle with simple and healthy choices. 5210 encourages children and families to eat at least 5 fruits and vegetables every day, limit screen time to 2 hours or less per day, get 1 hour or more of physical activity each day, and drink 0 sugary drinks. Lifestyle changes are never easy, but by committing to making one small change at a time, your health goals can be much more achievable. As you include healthy choices in your daily routine, remember 5210 is the way to go. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Well, we've got to take a quick break now, but when we return, we'll tell you all about a Florida Polytechnic student who is aiming for the stars.
The typical stopping distance of a car increases as speed increases. At 30 miles per hour, a driver needs 75 feet or more to stop. At 50 miles per hour, the same driver needs 175 feet or more to come to a complete stop. Pledge to slow down. Slower speeds give drivers more time to react.
Chris Domine is a husband, father, and athlete because a kidney transplant gave him a second chance at life, made possible by an organ donor. Imagine what you could make possible. Learn more and sign up as a donor. Go to organdonor.gov.
Welcome back to PGTV News. When we think of space exploration, we tend to focus on the rocket or the astronaut in it. At Florida Polytechnic, students are studying and researching how to make space exploration better. Here is Tina Mann with that report.
The Brooke Owens Fellowship is a program whose purpose is to help young women who aspire to explore space get the proper exposure and experience through its fellowships. In the case of Florida Poly Junior Peyton Barnwell, getting selected as a fellow was an opportunity she could not turn down.
Realizing that I was a fellow for this was pretty incredible because the namesake for this, Dawn Brooke Owens, was pretty amazing in the industry. She worked so many different jobs, and she also had the time to volunteer in her community and give back to others and show the amazing opportunities within aviation and the space industry. So kind of being recognized as somebody that comes close to her in the smallest sense was a pretty wonderful feeling. Just overall, I was pretty emotional when I found out because it's just such a fabulous thing to be recognized as.
For any future space explorer, experience is needed. Not only will Peyton get experience as a Brooke Owens Fellow, she has already gained experience with NASA.
NASA's pretty special to me. I was able to work there last year, and I worked with a grant through them the year before. And what really gets me isn't the crazy technology or launching people up into space. It's actually that they're great communicators with what they do. You know, you can do the crazy math and science all day, but your average person isn't going to understand the importance of that unless you can convey that in a way that normal people understand. You know, everybody's not a rocket scientist, and a good example of that is when I talk to my parents and I try to explain what I do just on a daily basis at school. You know, you kind of have to break it down into its parts that somebody would understand.
If you are a young lady interested in space, Peyton has some encouraging words of advice.
If there are other young women out there that are interested in the Brooke Owens Fellowship Program, which I hope there are, you guys should definitely apply. The advice that I would give them is really to just follow your passion and let that be known through your application. The application process is pretty interesting. It's not like you type in your GPA and what school you go to. It's really more about who you are as a person. So if you have any hobbies, I know one girl in the past class, she actually researches physics and dance at the same time. So not something you think about when you think of a space explorer, but it's something that makes her her. So stay true to who you are and just really show that. Whether you want to write a song, make a rap, cook something relating to space, you can do whatever you want. The sky's the limit.
That was a terrific story. You know, getting some of those prestigious fellowships is really quite the accomplishment.
Yeah, it even takes me back a little ways to my childhood. I actually used to want to be an astronaut and go to space camp and do the whole thing. And I loved space ice cream.
And you know, it's nice to see some of the women really, you know, stepping up into the STEM fields, because that's really a big need. Is we need more women in STEM industry.
Oh yeah, we need some strong women to get in that field.
So congratulations, Peyton. It's now time for the entertainment update with Dion Spires. Dion, take it away.
Sunday, April 8th, load up the kids and head out to Branscombe Auditorium at Florida Southern College in Lakeland for the Imperial Symphony Orchestra's Cookie Concert. Presented by Public Supermarket Charities, the ISO will be celebrating Autism Awareness Month with a performance by a young piano prodigy, Jacob Velasquez. Velasquez was diagnosed with high-functioning autism. Prior to the event, kids can enjoy the instrument petting zoo where they can touch and try out the instruments that they'll see on stage. For more information on that, visit www.imperialsymphony.org. Thursday, April 12th, Theater Winter Haven and Florida Southern College will continue their runs of On Golden Pond and Julius Caesar. Both shows will continue throughout the weekend with evening shows Thursday through Saturday and matinees on Sunday. This is your last chance to catch these shows, so act fast and reserve your seats now. Classic rock fans plan to be at the RP Funding Center on April 12th at 7:30 p.m. to see Heart to Heart, a tribute to the 80s rock band Heart. The tribute band consists of the bassist and drummer from the original Heart lineup alongside a new vocalist, guitarist, and keyboardist to pay tribute to their classic songs in the way that they were meant to be played. Come out and sing along to Barracuda, Crazy on You, and so many more of your favorites. And finally, one of the biggest annual events in Polk County, the Sun and Fun Fly-In, will take place April 10th through 15th. Bring your family and friends out to experience the excitement with performances by the USAF Thunderbirds on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. This only happens once a year, so get your tickets early. For more information on everything happening during Sun and Fun, visit www.flysnf.org. That's what's happening next week. Tune in next time for even more entertainment in Polk County. To keep up with the art community in Polk County, be sure to catch Out and About Art Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays right here on PGTV.
It's now time for sports with Neil Duncan.
Hey, thanks guys. It's been another busy week of sports here in Polk County. Let's get right to the action. Well, we start off with the Lakeland Magic in their inaugural year here in Polk County. It's been a fantastic season, and after winning 6 straight games, they secured the 6th and final G League playoff position. The Lakeland Magic finished 28-22, and they'll play this Saturday, March 31st, against the Erie Bayhawks. The Bayhawks are actually a team that the Magic tied for the Southeast Division. Unfortunately, Lakeland was on the short end of the series with the Erie Bayhawks, so they got to host the home game. It'll be 3 p.m. on ESPN News on March 31st. So, Lakeland Magic leading scorer Rodney Purvis just signed a multi-year deal with the Orlando Magic, showing the connection between the G League and the NBA. He made his mark in Lakeland and now has signed a multi-year contract to be in Orlando with the Magic. Currently, Purvis is playing with the Magic and will finish the season with them, and he scored 19 points this past week against the 76ers. Of course, the Magic make their home at the RP Funding Center, and right around the corner will be the kickoff to the indoor football season with the Florida Tarpons. That'll be April 14th at 7:05 p.m. as they take on the Richmond Rough Riders. As we continue on with professional sports here in Polk County, the Lakeland Flying Tigers will kick off their season with opening day on April 5th at Publix Field at Joker Martin Stadium. And our good friend Zach Burek, the general manager of the Flying Tigers, has told us there will be fireworks that night, so you definitely want to get your tickets for opening day with Lakeland Flying Tigers. Florida Southern College women's lacrosse team, they're ranked #1 in the country, and they got a win last week, 13-12, over Tampa to remain unbeaten. As we wrap up the Sports Central update here, we want to wish good luck to the Winter Haven High School Lady Blue Devils. Of course, they're fresh off their Class 8A, 3rd straight state championship. They're headed to New York City, where they're ranked in the top 20 of high school girls basketball team. They're taking on the #2 ranked team from Hamilton Heights out of Chattanooga, Tennessee. They will play this Friday in 2 semifinal games. Good luck, Blue Devils. And that's going to wrap it up here for the Sports Central update.
Thanks for the sports report, Neil, and thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in.
Remember to tune in again next week for another installment of PGTV News. We'll see you next time.